You were supposed to see the little video below. It's a video that supposedly shows a guy handling votes using a pen on a ballot after looking around. Don't know if you spotted it.
Oh, no, it's probably voter fraud, dude. I would say that anything that's tweeted out by OAN and Project Veritas is most likely voter fraud, for sure. One of the things about these elections is that it's very easy for just one person to dramatically change vote tallies from multiple people. And another reason why this is easy is because there's very little interest vested in either party to make sure that any of these vote totals are done correctly. In fact, it's usually possible, especially when dealing with paper ballots, that a single person can have a dramatic sway on the entire electoral process. This is very true and definitely not conspiratorial, and nobody has ever thought about the possibility that any of these things could ever happen. And it's likely that this is the first time in American history that one or two bad actors could completely and totally sway the results of the entire election. It's very possible because this is all caused by the same deep state that for some reason was unable to get Hillary elected, even though they only needed 80,000 votes. Votes fraud. Wait, is he... Does he know that this is making... I'm assuming this is making fun of Trump. I can't tell if he's aware of that or not.
It's like, oh, there's ballots. They're moving ballots, and we watched all of it. That's where the media parks. These are all the media trucks. This group of people, they're shouting at the reporters and the photographers, saying that those are ballots in there.
They don't have the watermarks on their ballots. They're just screwing themselves.
Fraud right now.
We are watching voter fraud.
Hey, look, they got suitcases right here. There they are, folks. There's the ballots.
We're going to go to the other side, and we're going to show you what's inside of the back of those fans.
Your GoPros, your indoor lights.
Yeah, and my LU600 and my tripod.
Your tripod, yeah.
So it's camera equipment. Camera equipment. It was like, oh, there's ballots. They're moving ballots.
I don't know. I didn't see him open the box. Was there camera equipment in there? Conservatives and YouTube chat are calling out on dead voters. There are no dead voters. Like, you're fucked. I'm sorry. Like, it's funny that you guys are all gonna like cry and complain and all this shit, but I mean, like, you set yourselves up for it. Like, Daddy Trump told you over for months, like, don't mail in vote. Mail in voting is bad. Don't ever mail in vote. Blah blah blah. And now you're like shocked that like, oh my God, how is this possible? All the mail in voters are Democrats. 10-1, 9-1, 8-1. Democrats and like, I mean, sorry, but
Snoop Dogg agrees with your take.
Unironically, Republicans probably would have won if he never did that.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I said that's kind of sad. Is I guarantee you, I don't know what the percentage is, but I guarantee you that there are. I guarantee you that there are Republicans that couldn't make it to the polls that would have voted like through mail-in, but they didn't because they've been told so many times the mail-in stuff is fraud or not like real or whatever.
The integrity of the election has certainly been questioned quite a bit over the past several days. It seems to be intensifying now in these final states that we're waiting to hear from. What is your message to people of Pennsylvania and people of the country about the way things work here in Pennsylvania?
So, as we've been talking about for months, Pennsylvanians have more choices on how they've been able to vote this year than they've ever had in the history of the Commonwealth. And no matter how they voted, what's critical here is that we have very strong processes in place that make sure that voting integrity and security are constantly followed by every county in the state. So, for example, we talked about, I think it was yesterday, voting by mail in Pennsylvania. So the processes, though it's new under Act 77 that we can all vote by mail, it's the same processes that we've used for decades for absentee voting. So voters have to apply. They're checked against either Social Security database or the PennDOT database. They're checked against their voter record to make sure that they're a qualified voter and they are who they say they are. They cast their ballot, and then they're checked again when the ballot is received that they were actually an approved voter. Very secure. There's really, like, the strength of the integrity of this vote is really unparalleled. Same when you vote in person, right? You have to be registered, you go in, you sign in the poll book. All these things are tracked. Our voting systems and our databases make sure that no voter can cast more than one vote. It literally has a hard stop, should anybody even try. And the counties, again, as I talked about, the amazing county election officials, they take this so seriously. They are such professionals. So, I can just say, really, no matter how you chose to vote this year, and so many Pennsylvanians have, and it looks like it's really going to be great turnout when we finalize the numbers, that every method is incredibly safe and secure.
Rick, I know you can't predict anything, but I sure as hell hope you're trying to shape the outcome. And we'll leave your complaints about the national left-wing media.
We just want the truth.
To a memoir, because you may not get it. You're not getting treated fairly. The president is facing a fight that increasingly looks like a lone wolf to deal with all of this. Where in the hell are Mitch McConnell? Where is the Republican Party? Where is Ronna McDaniel? Where aren't they out? Why isn't the Republican Party en masse demanding the Department of Justice move in here? It's been absent for the entire process. Can you give us an answer to that?
Look,
Look, what I can say is some of those individuals that you just mentioned have absolutely reached out and said, what can we do, and are fully involved.
I'm not asking for little sweetheart letters. I'm asking, why aren't they demanding the Department of Justice step into a political crime as it appears obviously to many? Thank you, Rick, and I will do just that.
Yeah,
and thanks, Rick, for spending your time with us, and I apologize for delaying your legal action. Rick Grinnell, former DNI. Up next.
Steve, let me get to the point, Lou. 3,060 people here in Nevada that voted illegally. They are not residents of Nevada. They did not meet the residency requirement. This is easily available information that the media should have found. We found it today. We are releasing this. These people potentially could all be violating
Rick, now,
federal law.
May I interrupt you here,
we are
Rick,
going to ask DOJ,
I really
and we're going to ask the FBI to look at each
Rick,
one of these.
If I may, you're going to, this is Thursday, you were filing a legal action today against those fraudulent votes. Has that been filed? Because you're complaining about the press instead of telling us what you're actually getting done. As you said, you have a job to do. I'm interested in what you're doing about your job. You have no reason to expect whatsoever, experientially, that media would be any more helpful, fair, or intelligent on this story than they would any other for this administration.
Well, let me be clear, Lou. I would have had the letter out to DOJ and the FBI if I wasn't sitting here on your show. But I committed to come on your show, and so we're holding it to double check it. That letter will be out within, let me just say, 90 minutes so that it gives us a little bit of a cushion time. That letter will be out. The lawsuit will be filed within the next few hours. We're putting together big, large pieces of information, and we have a small team. And so, again, when I complain about the media who have large teams, I think this is quite appropriate. We are going to get both of those things that I described out tonight, and you will see them.
They mad. Notice how, another way you can tell if this shit is real or not is if this shit was real, it's not like that letter is going out in 90 minutes. This shit would have been filed immediately. No fucking way is anybody going to sit on their ass and let every fucking minute that ticks by are more votes being reported, is more of a narrative being set, is more of an election being solidified. The idea that they think they have something concrete and that he's going to go on a fucking talk show and wait an hour or 2 or 3 or 4 before filing anything is hilariously fucking stupid.
So we spent 2.5 years trying to impeach Trump with claims that Russia, a foreign country, meddled in the election, but nobody thinks it's possible that people on the inside could have meddled. Why are my fellow Dems always such hypocrites?
Okay, I want to do this one time because I don't want to talk much, because honest to God, you guys are just really, really, really boring. Usually Republicans are boring. Nobody is claiming that Russia changed any vote totals or anything like that. That has never been the claim ever. So saying that oh, you said Russia changed the votes, but now Democrats couldn't do it, the idea that somebody's actually changing vote totals or rigging the elections is a monumentally different claim than people using foreign advertising to be imposters in our media and try to do other things. There's two totally different things. I don't know why you would think these claims are even remotely... Well, I know why. Because you probably don't know anything or care anything about any of these claims. You're just some fucking Republican show that's mad as fuck that you're losing the election because your leader was too stupid to tell people to vote by mail-in. It's called the U.S. flag, you stupid fuck. This is the only flag that the United States federally has and recognizes. Why the fuck are you acting like a different...